what's going on, guys? Chris Chavez here with Fandroid.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Moto Z2 Play for Verizon. The phone just was released yesterday, so I kind of wanted to unbox it, show you guys what comes inside, maybe take a look at it and go over some of the specs, and take a look at all these awesome new Moto mods that also came out. I was expecting these for a while since they were announced back at MWC, and I'm kind of excited to take a look at it. You have the Moto Style Shell, Turbo Power Pack, and the Sound Boost 2. Big shout out to Motorola for hooking it up. Let's go ahead and take this out of the box. You can see what you get. The box is very nice. The phone is kind of, I guess you could call it a small update compared to last year's model. Last year's model was actually pretty amazing. So much, in fact, that maybe they had to kind of tone it down for this year. The Moto Z2 Play, oddly enough, was praised last year. The Moto Z Play was praised for having a giant, crazy battery, and just delivering, insane battery life. I guess it was so good that Motorola felt like they could kind of tone it down a little bit. So what they did is they went ahead and slimmed the device pretty much almost to the point of the last year's Moto Z. So extremely, extremely slim. It might be replacing last year's Moto Z. I'm not entirely sure right now, but and then the battery itself has been decreased to 3,000 milliamps, whereas last year's was 3,500 milliamp hours. So that's kind of a pretty big drop off. But because of the processor they're using, this is using a Snapdragon 626 processor, which is an updated version from last year's 625. The battery life is just fantastic. I have the Moto G5 Plus, and battery life on that phone is absolutely stellar. And that has a 3,000 milliamp hour battery as well. But that has like an LCD display. This has an AMOLED, so potentially you could say even see better battery life on the Z2 Play. And then the fact that you have access to Moto Mods, you can just easily attach a battery case to it, makes it even more appealing. So as far as what's in the box, just pretty much the standard documentation, SIM removal tool, all that fun stuff. You have a USB Type-C connector, or Type-C to Type-A cable, and then you have a turbo charger of some sort here. I believe it's just kind of like a 15-watter. So that's nice. Comes in a nice box. That's what you'll get with that. As far as specs on the phone, you have a 5.5-inch 1080p AMOLED display. You have a 12 megapixel camera. It's less megapixels than last year's Moto Z Play, but I believe it's using a newer, better sensor, which should be better in low light. You have bigger micron pixels and whatnot, so that's kind of what the 12 megapixels deliver. And then the front fingerprint sensor, it's kind of like sort of embedded there, which is really, really nice. I really hated last year's fingerprint sensor, which was just kind of like a square and just looked like they kind of just haphazardly threw it in there. So yeah, it's comes in a few different storage configurations. You had the 3 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte model, 3 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes internal storage. That's pretty much exactly identical to last year's Z Play. But you also have access to 64 gigabyte, 4 gigabyte model, which is one I highly recommend getting. It's like a higher end version, and it's pretty amazing. Those are some pretty amazing specs, especially given the price. The price of the phone is only $410 on Verizon Wireless. It's kind of an exclusive for now. They said they're going to have an unlocked model, which should support all U.S. carriers later this summer. So that's definitely something to be keeping an eye out for if you guys want to go that route, if you're on T-Mobile or something. But right now it looks like Verizon's now an exclusive. And then there is also a really good deal from Best Buy where they take $50 off, and they give you the highest end model Z2 Play, the 64 gigabyte, 4 gigabyte, and then they also throw in a free Sound Boost 2. So let's go ahead and take that out of the box and maybe see what this is about. So this is an updated version of last year's JBL Sound Boost. I'm expecting the sound is going to be better, but there are no guarantees. This is kind of a sort of red color, which is neat. It does look a little more slim, a little more slimmer. And of course, the benefit of having these types of mods and stuff, or this mod, ooh, it's got little cloth speaker grill thing there. That's cool. And then of course the kickstand as well. So the benefit of having access to mods, even like this, is that you don't need to pair it with anything. You don't have to turn on Bluetooth. You don't have to worry about the audio quality and things cutting out if you get too far. I mean, it's just, you just attach it to your phone and you have access to some pretty thumping sound. A little bulky, yes, but the speakers themselves also have their own battery built in, so you're not sucking away juice from your phone trying to power these extremely loud speakers. So that's the SoundBoost 2. You also have the Turbo Power Pack. This is a 3000 milliamp hour battery pack that you can attach to the back of the phone. And the cool thing about it is that, if I can take off the sticker, it's turbocharging. So it's, according to Motorola, it gives you 8 hours of battery life in just 15 minutes. So that was kind of one of the downsides between the battery packs on the, oh my god, the battery pack of last year's. Was just that, you know, they kind of charge slow and they kind of just kind of trickle charge your phone throughout the day and it's whatever. This is extremely slim, 3000 milliamps, extremely textured and rubbery, so it does give you a little bit of grip. And then once you kick on the turbo power, it will turbocharge your phone super duper quick, which is kind of amazing. I kind of really love this thing. It's fantastic. So you can see when you put it on the already slim Moto Z2 Play, it doesn't really add much bulk at all. It does have an interesting fit around the sides. I think because the phone itself kind of grew a little bit. It kind of looks like a cake, like a tiered cake design or something there. And then you also have the Moto style shell. This one gives you wireless charging. So you just put this on. It's extremely slim. It's mainly just to kind of make the phone look cool. And then they also give you the added benefit of wireless charging should you decide you want wireless charging. And this is kind of a textured fabric finish there. Looks extremely cool when it's on, and gives you wireless charging too. So that's the Moto Z2 Play and the all new Moto mods that are coming out for it. Again, $408 on Verizon Wireless, $50 off if you go to Best Buy. You get a free JBL SoundBoost 2 mod, which I really can't say enough about. This is awesome mod. I use it all the time on my Moto Z. And super low monthly payments and all that fun stuff. So if you're looking for the unlocked model, it's coming later this summer. And I guess that's just a quick look at the Moto Z2 Play. I'm Chris Charles with Vendors.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.